Hey, welcome back. Welcome to the Mommy Meetup podcast and Hangouts here on YouTube. I am Dana Ryan from danaryan.tv, and I'm here with my two co-hosts. Let's start by introducing Diana from Being Mommy with Style. You want to go ahead and say hello?
Hey, everyone.
And also with Amy from Dreamflight 6000. Go ahead and say hi.
Hi, everybody.
Okay, so we're back. It's been a while. Where have we been, ladies? Where have we been the past month?
I don't know where I'm.
We don't know where.
We were in Chicago. Hooray!
Thank you. Ding, ding, ding. You got it right, Diana. All right, so we have been in Chicago. We went to Chicago for the very first YouTube Mom Conference, and so we took a break. We took about a month break. It's been, I think, our last one was about a month ago, and we're back, and we're here ready to continue with the Hangouts, continue with the podcast. Thank you to everybody who's been listening on the podcast, and tonight we want to sort of share some of our stories about Chicago when we were at the conference. If you have not heard of that before, it is a conference event that we just started. We'll have the second annual on July 30th, 2016, and we officially want to announce tonight that we have a name for the conference. It is now going forward going to be Collab Camp. So you can find all information about the conference at collabcamp.com. And I believe it was a success. Would you call it a success the first year?
Of course.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Definitely. It was so much fun. It was a ton of fun. It really was.
It was. And so we have asked some of the attendees what was the most surprising thing about being in Chicago, and then also maybe what was something that did happen that they sort of had expected. So we're going to read off some of those comments, and also we're going to share some of our own things about it as far as what we thought happened that maybe we didn't expect and what did go down as we thought it would. So we're going to talk about that. And then I have an announcement at the end of tonight's Hangout to sort of discuss what we're going to be doing as far as the guest format. If you've been listening to the podcast, if you've been watching us in the Hangouts, and you know that we usually have a random guest winner who is here with us each and every Hangout. And so there's going to be a change in that format. So we definitely want to discuss that, and we will talk about that towards the end of the Hangout. So it's kind of disorienting to be back. I know it's only been a month. How are you guys feeling?
It's disorienting.
Well, I mean, besides Google Hangouts, I'm doing great.
Google isn't working.
Just like old times.
Yeah, exactly. Everything's normal. Google isn't working.
Right. Let's blame Google every single time. I felt disoriented when I first logged in. I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, we've been doing these for 2 years now, but I still feel like it was like only a month away, but I was sort of like, oh my gosh, getting back into this. I was a little bit nervous starting. It's kind of weird, even though it's only been a month away. So.
Well, it's really weird for me too, because I'm like in a totally different spot. So
yes.
I'm in a new state. I'm in a new time zone.
House tour, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Diana completed her move over the past month, right?
Hallelujah.
You're in your house.
Hallelujah.
Okay, so let's start with that. So let's just say something about Chicago that maybe was unexpected, and then we'll start reading some of the comments from the attendees of what they left in the private planning Facebook group. Diana, do you have anything that was one thing that was maybe unexpected about being in Chicago for the conference?
Well, it was everything I hoped and dreamed of, so we'll say that to start out. But I don't know that it was necessarily unexpected, but it was just kind of comforting to just see everyone in person, and it's like, I know you, I really know you. So I guess it was maybe just a little bit unexpected, how comfortable it was going to be. We're just roaming around the city. It's like we've known each other all our lives. It was great.
I
agree. It was so. You meet people in real life that you talk to every day or see online every day, and it was just like we knew each other. Just like I saw you last weekend. I just felt so comfortable, just like I have seen you guys before. It was neat.
So that was your unexpected thing, but you've been at other meetups before, right, Amy? Did they kind of feel that? I guess you just. Still, it's unexpected when you meet people and you get that feeling, I guess, other YouTubers.
Yeah, well, this was different because there were people there that I hadn't talked to before that, on YouTube, and it's still we have this common thing which is YouTube Mommy Meetup. It just felt comfortable. It just it was really neat.
Do you guys feel differently with me in the Hangout now that we've officially met in real life? I don't know. Actually, I feel like this is sort of the same, even though we've met in real life, right?
Yeah,
It's
I
just
don't
the
feel any
same.
different.
It's like we're chatting on the phone, except we have a video in front of us.
Yes.
So,
I know. And that was the weird thing when we met in person, that because we've been talking so much on these Hangouts, it did feel like we already knew each other when we met. Yeah. I would say that my most unexpected thing about the weekend in Chicago was how much we all stuck together. Like, I think that was really surprising to me because the actual event was one day, on Saturday, but, so many of us were there for the whole weekend, and we spent the night at the hotel. And I was really surprised by how much we sort of all stayed together, like, for the most part, all weekend. And it was like I was there with some of my bestest girlfriends. Like, it was kind of so cool to be sightseeing and like traveling with companions. Like, it felt like really like I was on like a tour guide, like I was on some kind of trip with all of these friends, and like as if we had all known each other for like 10 years, like we were, I don't know, like college friends or high school friends. And I didn't expect that, like when we were all walking around together, to feel like that, because you do have that instant sense of being connected because we're all YouTubers. And I do feel like we're a very small community in that regard, and we're all kind of weird in the sense that we do this. So it was so cool to be together, and then to be sightseeing, going out to eat, and we all like wanted to be together. I thought that was so fun. I did not expect that from the weekend. So that was my unexpected thing, was mostly that.
And that
how much
reminds me too,
together.
like when we're walking and talking, it's not like we're like introducing each other because we know each other. We're saying, we're talking as if we saw, like, oh, how was whatever last weekend that you did with your kids,
yeah. Because you
How was the
actually knew
birthday
what was
party?
going on.
Yeah, from
Yeah.
Facebook and whatever, it was, or they understand that talking about whatever we talk about, they just get it. It's just really neat.
Yeah, because we've seen each other's videos. We know a lot of each other's kids' names and stuff, and so that's kind of
And
neat
just like
to be
Facebook
together.
updates when people say, "Oh, we had a birthday party," and I'd be like, "Well, how was the birthday party? Last weekend."
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. I kept saying this over and over again, but I liked how we all were together, like, I guess any kind of event you go to, but we all had our cameras. So it's like a safe place to be filming yourself walking around on the street. And I really liked that. Like, it was really awesome to me that, like, it was okay. Like, I just remember, like, Diana having her phone out, like, doing Periscope while we were there. And I think it's so nice that we can be together, and it's like, it's a safe, like, if you can't film there with each other, like, who else could you film with, really?
Right,
It's like,
exactly.
we can be there together doing that, and it's not weird. Like,
The
that
best
was
part was like in the elevator when there was like 10 cameras out. We're all
I
like
know.
pointing at each other.
Yep.
I didn't even realize it until after I looked back at. I had footage of that too,
Mm-hmm.
of us all going up, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, everybody's got their cameras, and everybody's." It was really cool, in the circle and the tiny little elevator.
Yeah, like we all can do our weird thing together, and I love it. It's just so great.
I would have loved to know what the like 2 people in there that weren't part of us were like wondering what we were doing.
I wondered that too. Like, did they see any of our videos? I mean, probably not, but you wonder, like, I don't know what
were
other
they
people
thinking?
think.
They were probably like, what are these people doing? Like, have they ever been on an elevator before?
Yeah. And
We
even
all
like when
acted like
people say like, "Oh, we're vlogging, we're vloggers," I'm like, and in my head I was like, they're not gonna know what that is. They're not gonna know what vloggers are. They're gonna have no idea what that means, because just like I feel like the general public at large doesn't always know what a vlogger
They don't,
is.
yeah.
They have no idea what it means. But so that was pretty funny. But it was nice to be together and in that safe environment with each other to be doing that. I really enjoyed that. All right, so do you guys have Facebook open, or do you want me to read them off? Would you like to take
I
turns?
have it open on my phone.
Okay. Do you want to read? Do you see Jendy's comment first on there?
Sure.
I'm going to read hers first.
All right, so Jendy from Jendy's Journal, she said, I knew I would have a wonderful time, but I underestimated how much I had in common with the other ladies. So she just reiterated what we just said, like it was just instant.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I know Jendy was so awesome. I've met Jendy before, and she lives nearby me within a couple hours, so we had met up before we went to Chicago. But then, seeing her there, and she brought her family with her, and I was so impressed by her girls. They spent the whole time with us too, walking around Chicago, and I was like, wow, like they really kept up with us, and I was so impressed by that they wanted to be with us. I was like, I can't believe they want to be with us.
Her son was so sweet. he opened the door for me and let me go as I was videoing, because I didn't even, you realize things after you like are videoing. And he's what a sweet kid, sweet kids, yeah.
Yeah, they were so nice, their whole family.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you don't have yours up, Amy, do you?
I do, yeah, I do.
Do you want to read the next one?
Sure, this is from Vast Leah. I think she goes by Leah.
Yep.
She said, I get anxious in social settings where I'm going to meet new people, so I was a bit nervous but excited to attend YTMM Meetup 15. Everyone was very friendly, though, and I felt comfortable very quickly. I had more fun than I thought I might.
Yep. I totally agree. I think it was a lot more fun. I've had way more fun than I thought I would. I thought I'd be stressed out the whole weekend, and I wasn't. It was pretty good.
That's good. That's a good thing.
Yes. Well, that was something that I expected. I'll say that now, and it did happen, was that I expected to have this huge sense of relief after the day event ended, because I was like leading up to it, like so much preparation. I was so nervous, like, was it going to go okay? Is anybody going to show up? Am I going to be standing there by myself? And then it was so, like, after the day ended, I just was like, oh, like I felt so good. Like, that like super high you're on, like after you have like a challenge met or whatever. I was just, it was such a sense of relief, and that did happen. I expected that, and that was true. All right, so the next comment that we have here is from Kristen. Kristen says, I was extremely excited to go to this, but I had no idea how much fun I would have with everyone and how comfortable I would feel immediately after meeting all of you ladies. I immediately felt connected, like we were all longtime friends. This is a long comment. I also didn't realize how incredible the hotel would be and how much there was to do in Chicago. The event itself was very organized and well put together. Oh, thank you, Kristen. Kudos, ladies. Everything ran smoothly, and I got a lot of collab footage in a short amount of time. Can't wait for 2016. I got a lot of footage too. Did you guys expect that? Like, I was like, I still have videos. I have another collab video going up tomorrow. Are all yours up now? Did you guys get them all up on your channel?
All mine are up. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
I had to get mine knocked out quickly because I knew I had all the moving stuff coming up. So I tried to get my collab videos up first.
Yep. I thought it was great though how many videos that I think everybody got. Like, it was a lot. There was a lot of footage from the weekend.
And the vlogs during the day. I mean, I did a vlog during the day in addition to all the collabs. So
yep. That was what added.
It's an important point what Kristen said too, is like a side note, like how like awesome the hotel was. I mean, it was gorgeous. Like
the Palmer.
I mean, I'm from Illinois, and I don't think I've ever been in there. I was like, oh, okay, it looks cool, but holy wow! Like, when I walked in there, and I was like, wow, this is really cool. So
I agree. I loved it there. Illinois. It was so nice. The Palmer House in Chicago was gorgeous.
Yeah.
So that was Kristen's Southern Mom. So Delise has the next comment. Would you like to read that, Diana?
Sure. Delise from K Squared Mom, she says, I was surprised at how easily I was able to gel with the other ladies there. She said, I knew I'd learn a lot and have a great time, but I didn't know that it would feel so natural, especially with my social anxiety. She said it was like hanging out with girlfriends I'd known all my life. And it's kind of like what we're all saying. Like, we have that common bond of YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Delise was so sweet. And she's been in a hangout before, and with Delise, like, she was here and she was sick. Do you guys remember that? Like, her lip. Remember, she was not feeling well.
She had Bell's palsy. Yeah, that was scary.
She was sick, and then meeting her like in real life, it was like so. I mean, she's such a sweet person, like so genuine. I really enjoyed her so much. It was so nice to meet. But it was a different experience meeting her in real life than here in the hangouts. I was like, oh my gosh, like because we only see them in one hangout, I guess. And then if they are, they're sick, like Delise was when she was here and stuff. Like, not that she still didn't do a great job in the hangout, but it was a little bit different, like in person. Meeting some people, it was really wonderful.
And everybody who went, it's like on Facebook, now that I know them, I'm more tuned into their posts and what they're doing.
Yep.
And I actually watch all their videos now. I'm subscribed to everybody because I didn't know every single person going into it. But after that day, I made sure I subscribed to everybody. And I don't know, there's this connection. And it's really, I keep saying it's so cool, but it is. It's just really cool.
Yep. I agree. Okay, so Sarah, let's read hers as the last comment. Do you want to read it, Amy?
Yeah.
Okay, go
She said,
ahead.
I was surprised, same thing we've been saying, I was surprised by how quickly we all bonded. It was as if we had all known each other for years. My husband was surprised that the group would allow someone as directionally challenged as myself to lead you around.
Oh, Sarah, that's hilarious.
Yeah, she was, so for those of you that don't know, she lives like right downtown, right?
Right downtown.
Yeah.
You were a great representation of the city, though. I mean, like,
I
amazing.
thought so. She got me hooked on like the best popcorn in the world, that Garrett
Carrots,
popcorn.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And the Frangos. I'm so, like, the best
Oh,
present ever. Like, I'm like sliver by sliver trying to save them, so I have some for longer.
oh, those mints?
Yeah, the little
What
chocolate mint
what are they
things.
called? What are they?
They're Frangos, and they're like
Frangos.
specific to Chicago
Yeah,
because they
they're
used to be
amazing.
Marshall Fields.
Oh
So
my
you
gosh,
can get
yeah.
them at Macy's in Chicago now, but
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Wow,
those
yeah,
are
you're
it's
good. I think I ate mine in like 10 seconds. I
me
can't believe
too.
you're
I couldn't have. I
I
ate them
didn't
all at
save them. I just
once.
like inhaled it. I feel
Yeah,
like
me
such a
too.
pig.
I'm trying to make them last like as long as I can, but they're almost gone.
Okay, so was there anything else that was expected? I said kind of what my expected thing was. How about you, Diana? I mean, what happened that you just knew that that would happen?
I
Anything?
knew that. I think what I expected and what I thought was amazing because we all do YouTube and we're all so comfortable with it. Just sitting down, turning on the video, and boom, just going. I mean, it was
Yeah.
great. Like, just, I mean, we sat down, like everyone that I sat down with, we didn't have a script or anything. We just had an idea. We just sat down and just knocked it out, and it was great. I mean, it was so natural. And I think I kind of expected that, but it was even more amazing.
It was really cool. I know what you mean. You say, okay, you're ready for this, and you turn the video on, and boom, where you're both on. You know how you are when you're at home by yourself. It was like
Yeah.
that, and you just like you had this. I don't know. You worked with each other. I didn't have to edit hardly at all during
No.
any of my stuff
And,
because it
and
was flowed so well.
yeah.
Yeah, and that was one of the unique things about, the conference collab camp was that we got to sit down and do like those videos like that were preset, who you'd be filming with, you knew you'd get a chance to film. And it was so cool because I filmed one with a lot of people, but I remember I was filming with Courtney from Kyle and Court, and it was so awesome because we were sitting there, my battery was about to die on my camera, like the red light started blinking, and we were filming a tag, so it was like a bunch of questions. So we only got like through 2 questions or 3 questions and my light was blinking. So, we finish up that question and I'm like, all right, Courtney, I'm going to do my wrap up at the end right now. And she's like, okay. So then boom, it was, and I was like, thanks everybody for watching and thank you so much. It was great. And she just was sitting right next to me and it was just like, she didn't miss a beat. We just like boom right into that. And then I was like, all right, thanks so much. All right, bye. And then, all right, next question. We went right into the next question and started filming the rest of the video. But it was like, we filmed like the end part, like right in the beginning because I was scared my battery would die. And it was so awesome because she just like went right into it. There was no problem. Like she just like naturally flowed right into that, and it was just totally seamless, and it was just like, it was amazing, like just be sitting there filming with another YouTuber, and she's been doing it a really long time, and it just was so like, it was so natural. I loved it so much. It felt so good.
Because I think if like you would be sitting there with someone that has never done YouTube, they'd be like,
Right.
wait, what? What do you want me to say? But like everyone was just so comfortable, or just like, and go.
And she knew exactly what I was doing. Like I just was like, all right, we got to do the end part right now because in case the battery dies, I'll have the end part, already, and I can just edit it around. And it was she totally got it, and it was so.
I mean, none of us had scripts. We all just went boom in 10 minutes, knocked out a video. I even filmed with Courtney's husband, Kyle. He doesn't, he's with her on her channel, and I quick whipped it up, like thought of a few things right as we were like walking to do video, and it like seriously 2 minutes, and we had like an awesome video.
Yeah. I know. It's just so amazing. And it's hard. Like you hear that from other conferences too, like with other creators. People say, oh, when you're with other people, it's just such a high, and it really is. It's just so, it's incredible. And it's really priceless, those relationships that you form when you're there in person. And, it's just, so much value there. So that's our things for expected and unexpected. Did you guys, you're nothing else you want to throw in there, right? And we're going to move on. What time is it? Okay, it's almost. So we wanted to talk about couple announcements. about next month, starting in October, YouTube Mama Meetup has the Croctober collab going on. So go into the Facebook group if you're still interested in doing that. And Secret Santa is coming up. So YouTube Mama Meetup does Secret Santa.
Oh, I love
And,
Secret Santa so
I
much.
know.
I've been looking forward to it all year.
It was so fun last year. I think we had 65 channels participate last year. And
It was
so
awesome.
this year, I'm pretty sure we're going to definitely double that number, if not triple it. It seems like there's a lot of interest. So the sign up for Secret Santa, I know it seems early maybe to think about it, but it's really not. The sign up is going to be posted in the very beginning of October, and so then we'll do the name draw end of October, early November, so that everybody can get their stuff together, send it out, film their unboxing, and then we'll have the date scheduled for in December when all of our videos go live of all of us opening up our Secret Santa gift from whoever we've been assigned. So it's going to be really fun. So that's going to be starting up soon. So get into the Facebook group if you haven't yet and you want to be a part of that.
And it's international too. I got, well, this isn't international, but my box is from Hawaii, which was awesome.
That's very cool. And we have those separate sign-up lists. So if you're international, there'll be one for you. If you're United States, there's one. And if you're Canada, then there's another sign-up list for Canada. So there'll be 3 different sign-up lists. So just make sure you sign up for the right one. And we ask that you please don't sign up for 2. Just sign up for 1, because otherwise it gets confusing. That happened a couple times last year where, the person didn't realize they were on 2 lists, and then the other person didn't get anything. So please just sign up for 1 list. Just pick one that's your location and sign up for that one. And so that's coming up. And then, like we said in the beginning, that we're going to be changing the guest format of the show. And I've been looking at the podcast downloads compared to our video views, and the podcast downloads far exceed now our video views here on the channel. So because we've been doing this for about 2 years now, and I like to try new things, we're going to try to go without guests for a while. That way we can be sure that our audio quality is really as best as we can make it for the podcast listeners, but we are going to be inviting guests. So it's not to say that we're not going to have any guests anymore. We're going to do away with the random drawings for a while and see how that goes. And we're going to do invitation, so we're going to be inviting guests to join us. And if you really want to be a guest on the podcast with us here in a Hangout, then you can email me, Dana, at ytmm.tv, and let us know that you want to be a guest on, and then maybe give us some ideas about what kind of topics you'd like to talk about, something that you think would add value to the show, so that we know what we would be speaking about with you. So that is the announcement about guests, about how we're sort of changing it up. And we do really appreciate all of the podcast listeners. And if you have been listening, it'd be awesome if you go leave us a review on iTunes, because those reviews really do help other people to find us. And we're really looking forward to the future of this podcast, and also Collab Camp coming up. It will be in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Tickets will be going on sale to the public in October 8th, actually. So depending on when you're listening to this or watching this, they might be for sale. And all you have to do is go to collabcamp.com, and you'll find all the information there, plus a link to purchase your ticket to come and join us at the 2016 Collab Camp. And that's it. I think those were the announcements. Did I miss anything, ladies? No? You're shaking your heads. Okay.
We're both on mute.
Okay. Excellent. Alrighty. So the links are in the description box. If you're watching us here on YouTube and you're interested in where to go subscribe to the podcast, you can find the link in the description box. And yay! I'm so glad to be back at this. I really missed the Hangouts, you guys. I did. I missed it.
It's exciting to be back.
It is. It feels good. I was really feeling sad there. I was like, oh my God, it's been too long. So, all right. So we will see you guys in 2 weeks, and we believe it might be on Tuesday night, but we're going to still discuss that. Wednesday night now on Periscope, we are playing Heart Attack, and I'm hoping maybe Amy and I were talking about this before. We might do some kind of meetup format on Periscope, but we want you to come join us. We play Heart Attack every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Periscope. If you don't know what that is, it's a live streaming app, and you can listen to episode 31 or 32, I believe it was, where we talked about Periscope, and you can go to playheartattack.com, and you can find information about it there. It's a really fun game. It lasts an hour, and I feel like we're really getting to know the YouTube Mama Meetup community really well through Periscope. So please come find us there. We'd love to see your face and have you join us, or not. If you don't want to scope, you can still join us. It's still fun. Okay, all right, that's enough information for this one. Thank you guys again. Thanks for being here, and we will talk to you in about 2 weeks. All right, bye.